Ẹ káàbọ̀ sí channel yìí. Ìwọ tí o bá ti subscribe, jọ̀wọ́ nítorí Ọlọ́run subscribe sí channel yìí. Fíìmù tó ń wò lọ́wọ́ yìí, wo ìsàlẹ̀ rẹ̀, wàá rí tí wọ́n kọ SHARPENEd, wàá rí tí wọ́n kọ síbẹ̀. Kó fọwọ́ tẹ̀, yóò dẹ̀ di subscribed. O ti subscribe nìyẹn. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, gbogbo àwọn fíìmù tá a ti ṣe sẹ́yìn, fídíò tá a ti ṣe, ẹ lè rí. Àwọn tí a ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń ṣe wọlé, ẹ lè rí wò. Ẹ ṣé gan. Yeah, you are welcome back. I want to teach you how to show you how to correct a clipper blade, GTS clipper blade that is not sharpened correctly. It has been sharpened by someone before. Yeah, I'm now testing it. I will first test it to detect, to see where the blade lays, where it doesn't lace. That place, the place that it's lays or is touching, that's the only place that can be cutting hair very well. The only portion that is not touching cannot cut. Now, look at the inner blade of this one now. Look at the side where you see carbon. Look at the other side where you see carbon. That is the portion that the upper blade lay on top of the bottom blade in the front. When you look at the back, the black cover with the carbon, the black is covered well. There's no gap in between the upper and the bottom blade. Look at the bottom blade. See the angle I'm touching where there is carbon. Can you see it? That is the area that is touching with the upper blade. Those are the two areas that will be cutting. When you test it with air, that portion will be cutting. That back I'm touching, the back lay properly. There's no problem at the back. The problem lies in the front. Can you see? See the upper blade and the bottom blade, they lay in the same way. See the bottom, see the upper blade, see the angle. Can you see? When you count like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 blades by the right hand side lays, but about 7 or 8 blades by the left hand side it lays. That area will cut. Now, I now want to apply my treatment on the surface of the super hard manual sharpening stone. You allow it to spread. You spread it all over the surface. When you spread it all over, yeah, that is how the treatment is supposed to be. Secondly, now you pick your upper blade. You sharpen the upper blade first. You see the way I position it at the angle of 45 degrees. That portion that is laying on the is touching with the bottom blade, that is the place you are going to place your thumb, because that place is higher. The other side too is higher. The center of the blade goes down. That is why it doesn't lay with the bottom blade. So the height of the left hand side that is touching and the right hand side that is touching, you have to bring it down to the level of the center. See the area I'm touching now. Can you see it? See the area from that area to this area lay. That is the area I've just sharpened now. Can you see it? Check it very well. That area I'm circling with my pointer, that is the area I've just sharpened now. I'll bring the level, come down to the level of that center. Can you see it? See the area I'm touching now. Left hand side to almost the half of the blade, or a little past the half. Now when you look at the right hand side now, the sharpening has not touched this right hand side that I did not use a pointer to cover. That you see the place I'm touching, that is the left hand side now, where I have not sharpened before. Can you see the way I position my thumb on top of it? I place the blade on top of the super hard manual sharpening stone at the angle of 45 degrees. I have sharpened the first side to and fro, that is 10 times. I have sharpened the second side now to and fro 10 times. I now want to check. Yeah, I want to position it well in order for you to see it properly. Can you see the surface? Look at how the surface look flattened. Now you check it now. You check it very well. See the way I'm doing it. You see the area I'm touching, everything is okay now. It's sharpened correctly. Follow it up. I'm now showing you the sharpening is correct now for the back and for the front, because the same thing you sharpen for the front, you still have to sharpen it for the back. That is why you're supposed to know the place where to position your thumb in order for you to, for the blade to sharpen, for the stone to sharpen the front and to sharpen the back at the same time. But the much pressure will be in the front. Yeah, when you divide your pressure into 100%, 75% of the pressure, or between 60 to 75% of the pressure will be in the front, while the remaining percentage will be at the back, will fall into the back, so that the way the front will be going down will be a little bit lower, higher than the back. Now I want to sharpen the bottom blade. The exact portion that is touching with the upper blade, that is the area I'm touching now. The first angle and the second angle, that center I'm swinging my hand, it doesn't touch with the upper blade initially. So when you want to sharpen it now, you place your thumb on top of the first edge When you sharpen that one is to and fro 20 times. Can you see it? You are now trying to bring the level of that left hand side to the center. I'm trying to clean it and check. When you sharpen that side, then you now check whether the level has come totally to the level of that center to balance up before you go to the other side. Yeah, I'm trying to check it now. I will show you after the checking. I've sharpened that right hand side. I've sharpened the right hand side. You now that center, I stroke my hand. That level doesn't, it goes down. It doesn't touch with the upper blade. See the right hand side now. Can you see it? I have sharpened that side, but when you look at it very well, the edge, that big blade, the first big blade by the right hand side, when you look the edge, it shows stainless, which means the sharpening has not covered that area very well, but it has covered from the center. Look at the place I want to position my. Can you see it? Look at it very well. That right hand side from the center to the edge to the other side has covered, but the first blade, that bigger blade where you are seeing the stainless at the up, this, yeah, you see that area has been covered with sharpening. You see the where I'm pointing now, where I'm touching, the sharpening has not touched that area, but I will leave that one first, then go and sharpen the other side. When I sharpen the other side, I go to and fro 20 times again. I want to put my treatment to cover the whole surface of the super hard manual sharpening tool. You let your treatment cover the whole part, so that when you are moving to and fro, the movement will be very, very easy for you to go. Then the chopping will be almost the same. You place your bottom blade at the angle of 45 degrees. You see that angle? You see? Those are the two areas. Now I've sharpened the first side. I'm sharpening the second side now. Try to check very well. That one again is to and fro 20 times. That masking tape is trying to remove, but I want to manage it to count that 20 finish. Can you see? The masking tape has removed. I have to remove that masking tape now and put another one there. Try to follow this tutorial very well. The way to correct GTS clipper blade sharpened by somebody before in the wrong side. They sharpen it, the center does not cut here. The center of the blade, it does not cut. Only the right hand side angle and the left hand side angle is the only portion cutting. When you test by the left hand side, it will cut. When you test by the right hand side, it will cut. When you test at the center where that teeth, there's one teeth that cut off there in the front, that center, it doesn't cut at all. So I have sharpened from the left hand side now to the right hand side. Remain the portion of the right hand side, the edge of that bigger blade where I'm touching now. Can you see where I'm showing, trying to cover it up? That small area, remain that area. Now where you are seeing the stainless, I have to repeat that area to make sure the sharpening cover in the same level with that one. Can you see it? So can you see it now? You see the place that I'm touching? You see that place I'm touching? Yeah. Then that, don't try to forget. You see where I started now. See where the sharpening started. Immediately after the two holes to the front. Immediately after the two holes at the back to the front. That is the area you are supposed to sharpen, so that you make your clipper blade to work very fine. Then to make the voice to come down very well. Even the way I'm telling you, when you can sharpen and follow the way I do, you can sharpen it exactly the way I want to sharpen it. I'm telling you sincerely, when you test it, and there's no doubt there, it will work exactly like new one, or even better than the new one. I'm telling you sincerely, it's not matter of mouth. Yeah, when you test it and you run it properly, you put normal treatment now. Can you see? I want to try to replace back this masking tape for easy grading, so that it will allow my thumb to hold the blade very well. I can have total control over the blade on top of the super hard manual sharpening tool. You see the angle I'm touching now? That is the area I want to sharpen. The remaining part by the left hand side, that little area towards the head by the right hand side. See the way I position my thumb? You see it? I will go to and fro 10 times to make sure it's balanced with the other side too. You know the first to and fro is 20 for the first side. The second side is to and fro 20 times. Now I now come back to the edge, that small edge, and now go to and fro 10 times. Start to master it very well, because that counting is matters. That counting matters. The pressure matters. The to and fro number matters. Then the putting of the treatment on top of the super manual sharpening tool matters. Everything matters in sharpening. Can you see? The sharpening has covered immediately after the hole to the front. Now look at the way I place my pointer. Can you see it? I've sharpened that blade from immediately after the O to the front. That is the O portion you have to sharpen very well. But many people don't understand. When you sharpen only that front, you do not sharpen the back. When you place the upper blade on top of the bottom blade and you tight it into the clipper mouth or you mount it there, the blade will now open mouth. When you test it, when you treat it finish, then you test it with air to cut, it will not cut. Now I've sharpened the upper blade and the bottom blade finish, and I've checked it through the eyes is correct. Then secondly, I have to use this tie. Can you see the way I'm using it? You use this tie, you place the upper blade on top of the bottom blade, then you screw it, you press it down, then you move it from one side to the other. You move it to the one side to the other, one side to the other, to make sure it will work as if it is mounted in the clipper mouth. You can even use clipper to test it in that way. When you first put it there, you put it in the mouth clipper, then you, without putting anything there, without putting any oil, then you on it down like 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes. Then you now remove it again. Can you see? Look at the inner surface of the bottom blade. Can you see the carbon at the down where the upper blade lay at the front? Then at the while the upper blade lay on top of the bottom blade, and at the same time, look at the front too. You see the carbon from the left hand side to the right hand side. For you to be sure that it's exactly, can you see the blade that cut? There's one blade that cut off from the mouth there, that the length, the edge are not the same with the others. When you check it very well, now when you can sharpen your clipper blade and you can test and get this kind of result, you are a professional. I'm telling you, you know how to sharpen clipper blade very well. And when you test this kind of blade now, it will work exactly like new one. I'm telling you. Even when you run it very well, you run it properly according to the way you're supposed to run it. Can you see the place I'm telling you? That is the place where the one teeth cuts down there. Try to use that area to master this blade, because when I mount it on top of the clipper blade finish now, I will still show you that area there, the place I'm showing you. Only one thing that's cut off that I will still show you before I test it, or after I test it I will still show you. Can you see? I have removed the masking tape at the back. I have cleaned it. Now I want to mount it. Can you see that portion I'm telling you? That blade that cut off, you see that portion, you see the area I'm still showing you. I will now mount it on the clipper. When I mount it on the clipper now, I will now run it. After running, then I will now put treatment and test it with a mass of air, whether it will cut or it will not cut. But I'm very sure it will cut. So far I've used my hand to test, to check it, it's okay. And I've used my hand to test it, it's okay again. It has given me the sign it's supposed to give me. So after that one now, I mount it into the clipper mouth. Can you see I've taken the clipper now? I've removed the first blade that is with the clipper first. I follow the clipper cord, I've removed it. I want to place the one I've just sharpened now. I'm trying to put the packing first, that front packing. After that front packing now, I put the upper blade first. After putting the upper blade, I put the bottom blade secondly. Then after, I put the screw and tie them and set the clipper blade into zero. I should grab it very well, so that the upper and the bottom blade, the mouth look rhyme, exactly roll rhyme very well, so that when I want to test it, I can be able to test it in a professional way, so that whether the clipper can cut here very fine, you will see whether it cannot cut. But I'm very sure this one will cut, because I have given it the normal processing, the normal treatment. How to sharpen it, I've tested it, I've given the normal sign that it's supposed to give me. Let us go now. You follow me up. I'm trying to screw it. Can you see it? I'm trying to screw it. Yeah. Follow me bomber to bomber. Follow it. When you follow this processing very well, the way I'm doing it, you practice it on your own. I'm giving you the assurance you must be able to get it right. Yeah. I want to show you that place, the area that the blade has, one teeth has cut off. Can you see? Can you see the portion? That is the place. Can you see it? That is the place. For you to know that this is a such blade I've just sharpened now. Can you see the place? There's one teeth now, it has cut off. It doesn't align, it doesn't come out exactly like the way other come out. So let us follow it step by step and see whether this blade is going to cut now. But it's going to cut. So far it has given us that sign. Yeah, I want to put the treatment there to make it run well, to make the work proper. Yeah, check it very well. I want to put the treatment at the back. Can you see it? Yeah, yeah. I'm trying to adjust the speed. I'm trying to adjust the speed. But when you finish sharpening and you now put the set of blade that you mount it there, the setting that was in the blade before, you have to readjust it. You have to readjust it. Either you move it to the front or you move to the back. You know, the machine will give you exactly, it will show you where you're supposed to adjust it to through the forge, through the action. Yeah, can you see it? I'm testing it. I want it to run properly. I want it to run properly. I want the upper blade and the bottom blade to blend together very well. Yeah, because when you mount it finish, you put, so when you mount it finish, yeah, you treat it. You put the treatment there. You on the machine that you allow it to work between 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes so that the upper blade and the bottom blade will run very well. Now, I want to test it to mass of air. The way I used to test, can you see it? See the way I'm testing it? That is the normal way to test, so that you use the whole mouth to cut air at the same time. Can you see it? Look at it very, very well. Yeah, can you see? I use the whole mouth to cut at the same time, so that when one part is not good, or the center is not good, one of the side is not good, you can be able to show at the same time. Yeah, can you see it? That is the exact blade I've just sharpened now. I will show you where that one teeth has cut off now. I will show you. I will still show you again. I'm coming. I will show you. Can you see? That is the place now. Can you see it? That was the place one teeth has just cut. It doesn't align with the others. The length of it doesn't align. It's cut off. Yeah, can you see? This is GTS clipper blade. This is GTS clipper blade. Yeah, somebody sharpened it before, but he got it wrong. No, I'm now trying to use the blade to show you the way to correct it, or this tutorial to show you the way to correct a blade that's sharpening. One side is working, the other side is working, the center is not working. That is the way to follow step by step to correct this kind of problem. So once you follow it properly and you practice, you'll be able to do it perfectly, correctly, logically, technically, professionally. Okay. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. Ẹ ṣé gan tẹ́ wo fídíò yìí látòkè délẹ̀. Thank you for watching this video from beginning to the end. Now you practice. Ẹjọ́ yín náà ẹ dán wò, tẹ́ bá ti dán wò ẹ rí i pé ó rọrùn láti ṣe, kò le púpọ̀ rárá. So ẹ ṣé gan. Gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá lápapọ̀, a ṣé gan. Mo kí gbogbo wa. Ohun Yorùbá nation tí à ń ṣe, Yorùbá nation tí à ń wá, Ọlọ́run bá jẹ́ kí ọwọ́ wa kó bà láyọ̀. Ẹ ṣé gan. Ẹ jẹ́ ká wà pẹ̀lú ara wa, káwọn ọmọ Yorùbá kan fi ṣèfàjẹ́. Ẹ ṣé.